Guys, how are you? I hope you are okay. Uh, yes, this is just a random thoughts, Nje, about wrestling flesh and blood, which is found in Ephesians 6:12, where it says we are not wrestling flesh and blood, but principalities, rulers, etc., etc. Now, these evildoers, guys, they present themselves in many, many ways. I just want to mention just a practical example, because all my life I've heard of this verse. We are not fighting flesh and blood. We are not wrestling against flesh and blood, but we are fighting against powers, principalities, and what. Then, 2017, guys, I had TB Joshua go Emmanuel TV explainer this verse. It was like it's the first time this verse ngiyizwa ukuthi ithini. Now, God being God, I happened to go to Casper to buy something. Nje, mhlambe after 30 minutes, 45 minutes of me having listened to that, hey, hi guys, I'm on the queue. And then when I'm on the queue, this lady of another color wants to jump the queue. So when she wants to jump the queue, I was like, lady, you are jumping the queue, and all of us have been here for the last 10-15 minutes. And then she started being rude to me. When she responded rudely, just like when I was feeling something like, you know that thing, that thing, that thing, a very, when I was feeling that thing, then TP Joshua is like, we are not fighting flesh and blood. And I was like, huh? Okay. And then I understood the spirit in that woman was the spirit wanting her to jump the queue. Now, listen, me wanting to respond to her spirit in anger, anger. I am now taking her jumping the queue spirit and using it on me in the form of anger. I felt such peace afterwards that when she was rude, I didn't do anything. God knows what would have happened. That day, I remembered, okay, this is what TB Joshua was talking about. Each and every person is sometimes possessed by a certain spirit. When you respond to that spirit, you also are catching somebody else's spirit. So if someone is rude to you and you resolve to be rude back, that means it's transferring now. You see, you fight that person At the end of the day, both of you now are sinners. Both of you are now sinners. Guys, God understands we are human beings. That I can tell you. We are human beings. Sometimes we are subjected to these things. Sometimes we are fighting things that we don't know. If a person does you wrongly, you want to revenge, you want to show that person that you cannot be messed with. I've been there, guys. I've been there. Afterwards, you feel terrible. Afterwards, you feel guilty. And you're like, but why didn't I just leave it like that? Why didn't I just not respond? Guys, not responding is not a crime. Walking away is not a crime. It's the best thing that will ever happen to you, to choose your peace and walk away. So this flesh and blood mystery, guys, examine it in your life as well. Examine it in your relationships with people. Let's try and remember, we are not fighting flesh and blood. We are fighting jealousy in people. We are fighting fornication in people. We are fighting rudeness in people. But we are fighting the spirits in those people. So how do we fight the spirits in those people? We pray for them. We pray for the spirits in them. We also pray for ourselves, because those spirits, we have them. We also pray and say, God, please help me, because ngiyashesha ukucasuka. Ngisize Nkosi, ngi-understande ukuthi nalo munye une-spirits zakhe. Ngisize Nkosi not to respond. Ngisize Nkosi to walk away. Ngisize Nkosi, keep quiet. Help me, God, to be quiet. Help me not to use my quietness as a punishment, but to just walk away. So guys, let us be mindful of this flesh and blood mystery. We are not fighting people like inyama. No, it's the spirit in people that we are fighting, but we are fighting with prayer. Yeah. Take care.